are you? I hope you've been well. I'll be filming more makeup today. In the last couple videos, I've done this thing, so I'm gonna address it now. I film my foundation routine, I film my complexion, it's all in my footage. But then when I edit my videos, they end up being like 45 minutes long, and like, nobody has that kind of time. So I always cut that out. So I'm gonna say in a second, let's, move along. And I'm gonna be transitioned into my face being done. I hope that's okay. I have no plans for today. So I decided to play with the Born This Way Natural Nudes Palette by Too Faced. I used this in, I think, my last video. And I just haven't used all the colours here. And I think, really, I just want to get out of them as much as I can, because if I end up spending 2 colours, they're going to disappear and then I'll have no idea what to do. So I might stick today to the 6 colours on this side. There's a good chance that these colours are going to wash me out because they look very warm. Especially this colour, Maple, and its shimmery counterpart. It's called Golden something. Golden Light. These 4 colours here I can probably get away with because they're a lot cooler. I want to see what I can come up with using all 3 of them because I haven't actually done that yet. So if you want to play around with makeup with me, just keep watching. I'm probably going to skip the whole foundation routine again because it takes way too long to just include it in. It takes like 45 minutes, so we're going to gloss over that. I do it, we come back, and I'll see you soon. Okay, and we're back. This hair length, by the way. What do you think of it? I like it. Where did my palette go? I'm going to try something. I'm going to use my fluffy as hell Zoeva brush. And cocoa, just across. Okay. I'm assuming this palette was made when the pigment craze was huge. Like, pigment meant that it was a decent palette. So I just have to work with that, I guess. I'm going to bring it all the way up, which unfortunately for me makes me look very sad, so I probably shouldn't be doing that. See what I mean? It kind of sticks on, and then I have to blend it out. I mean, I guess most shadows are like that now anyway, so it's good practice for me. I'm just used to doing it the subtle way. But what I have come to learn about this particular palette is it applies harsh, but when you blend it out, it blends soft. So like initially when I said, wow, is that too much color? No, it's not. It just needs some work. I'm gonna refrain from pulling it out too far at the moment. I just want to see how the color looks at first. I guess the thing about the shimmery versions of these colors is that they're not hyper pigmented, so it just kind of adds additional glittery detail to the matte counterpart. So it should be fine. Just wonder how dark I can make this without looking sunburnt, because I do like the color. I just want to see if the color likes me too. I really wanted to use Maple. You know what? I am going to use Maple. I'm going to do a wild trifecta of colors. With my typical pencil brush that I go underneath my eye with, I'm going to use Truffle, this one. So just taking it underneath that eye bag. And I am going to put it in the outer V, because I do want to maintain that shape. I'm a little dry under my eyes these last couple days, so I can hear the brush like scrape against my skin. Oh no! How did I do that? It's alright, I'll fix it at the end. By the way, in case the 2 or the 1 little bump and the hole of my nose show up on camera, I took out my nose rings. Turns out that the way that they were pierced, because I've got them pierced both together and apparently very low and very close together, it was making it very difficult for them to heal around each other. I've had my nose rings for 2 years and they wouldn't heal. So I took them out and they should heal up in about 2 months, and then I'll get them re-pierced. This is just, I forgot to mention, this is just a Real Techniques fluffy eye brush. I do like to make things a whole lot darker than they probably should be. I've mentioned it, I'm pretty sure, in almost every video where I'm doing makeup. I'd like to make eyeshadows darker, as dark as I can get them without looking like a panda. What I usually end up doing, instead of just having it like a classic eye, the outer half of it is always dark. It's just like the half of it instead of just the ends. I don't know why I do that. I think it's just a habit at this point. It's something I see a lot of the time in makeup. It's a very harsh line on the top shadow. Like, it cuts off like a very harsh line, and the bottom line is blended out. And I could never really get into that because it feels like something's missing. But again, I also like really smoked out eyes. So it could just be me. I might use a mix of these. So Sugared Chestnut, which I don't know if you can see it, like the shimmery part of it, in the inner half of the eye where I've used its matte counterpart. And I'm going to use Sparkling Sable on that outer part, not too far out. I'm not going to take it too far out. I just want that dimension to see if it'll shine through. I'm going to have to use my finger. I'm pretty sure I used this palette for a wedding look that I did the other weekend, and pretty sure the finger is the way to go. I'm not even sure that'll turn up on camera, but in the right light, that's really pretty. Sorry that I'm flipping off the camera. I don't mean it. Yeah, I think with these, definitely the way to go is with the finger, because the brush isn't going to pick up. It's very fine glitters and shimmers. Sparkling Sable, just... it's like the outer half of the eyelid part. We're not going into the crease. I am going to take it a little further up though, because again, semi-hooded eye, we need that extra bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with that Zoeva brush and just kind of buff it lightly, like with a very light hand, to make sure that it does blend as much as it can. I'm hearing my voice very jaggy. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. It's a warm day. It's probably the aircon. It reads well in my mirror. I don't know if it'll read nicely on camera. Okay, I'm going to use a small flat brush for underneath my eye where I'm going to use Maple. Maple is this color, that really warm color. I feel like it's going to make my under eyes, like it's going to make me look sick, like unwell. But I want to use it. That is a lot of product. Yeah, I'll stick with it. It's interesting. I might even use the glitter to lighten it up a little. I get really upset when I use warm mustard colors because I love them so much. There's a lot of them in the Gemini palette as well, and I love them so much, but because I'm so pale, it does wash me out quite a bit. I am going to use the same brush, and I'm going to go into Golden Light, which is the sparkly counterpart to Maple, only because I get nervous putting my finger under my, like, so close to my eye. Oh, my eyelid is fine. I don't know what's gotten into me lately. I've been using a lot of shimmery, sparkly colors, or shadows in general. I'm not sure if it's because it's festive season and it's spring, summer, and I don't know, maybe I'm just in a good mood. I say, sounding sarcastic. And I'm going to use Shimmering Pearl, which is this shimmer here, as an inner corner highlight, and I might use it as a brow highlight as well. Wow, we're just really going ham on shimmers today. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I really want to use black. I don't think Chestnut... Sorry, not Chestnut. I don't think Cocoa and Truffle... I mean, they're definitely different colors, but they're not different enough for me to, like, be satisfied with this blend. It should be darker, right? Should have made this more of a siren look, but that's okay. It'll give me something to do for next time. I'm gonna have to use black. I'm just so used to using black in my eyeliners to connect the two together. I think that's unfortunately the best I can do with eyeliner. It's so nerve-wracking doing it on camera because I can't concentrate on it and it turns out really rusty. That's what this look can be called. Did I forget to mention all my eyeliners? Listen, I use the same eyeliners. That was the KVD Tattoo Liner in Trooper, and this is the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist color pencil that I keep forgetting the name of. Sorry, I'm just so in the zone now, like I have forgotten how to name things. Oh my god. Okay, I am gonna have to get a different palette to use their black, because I've tried blending out this liner with the brush and it kind of looks a bit, depending on the eyeshadows, it gets a bit choppy. I don't know the right word for it. Clumpy. So I'm just gonna end up using my Gemini palette again because I really love the way they blend. See what I mean? The warm colors here. I've done a look with them. I've used mainly the brown parts of that section, but it washes me out. It's really upsetting because I love those colors so much. Here we go, little angle brush, and I just connect the bottom line. Again, because I don't like that harsh line, I am going to blend out the black a bit. There has to be an easier way to do it though, because what's the point of having an eyeliner, right, if you're just going to blur it and blend it out? And I think also in doing that, I've destroyed the sharpness of that wing. That's okay. I don't think I like that. I'm gonna fix it in a second. I'm gonna get a cleaner angled brush where I use my concealer to clean up my eyeliner, and I just want to see if I can fix this up a bit. Yeah, that's better. Because I did get that eyeliner pretty sharp without actually leaning on anything, so I'm pretty proud of that. It just feels unfinished, right? I need some black up here maybe, which I'm doing. Just with the residue black, I've used my pencil brush to blend that black in, but with any residue, I'm going to go on that brow bone and just shape. Yeah, I like that better, because it adds a subtle amount of depth, and it also separates maybe the two different browns that I've used from each other, because they are very similar on my skin, and I haven't used them too harshly because, again, I'm afraid of them washing me out. So yeah, this touch of black is nice. Okay, let's put on some lashes. Okay, cool. These are very uncomfortable. And as per usual, the Better Than Sex mascara. Just to connect everything together. Get out of my face. I feel like this lash went on so weirdly, but they feel the same. It just feels like this one's... For lips, I do want to try this that I got from Stila. I haven't ever worn it. It's the one in my previous video that... Did I even include that part? No, I didn't. It oxidizes, so it looks really light, but it's a lie. And also, it was the lightest. It was the lightest one. It smells nice. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm not loving it, but you know what? I'm not exactly hating it. Let me just fix up this bottom. I didn't do any contouring with this. I did want to see what the color looked like alone. I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it. These lashes are making my eyes water something cataclysmic. Let me set this and we'll talk. Again, with a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush something. Flawless Airbrush, flawless setting spray. I'm not hating this lip. I just don't think I like it with these eyes. I think it's too much warmth. If I had used either Swan, Seashell, or Nude, which is the mattes in the lighter part of this palette, with no other definitions and just lashes and a liner, I think these lips would have been very nice. Like, it brings that extra warmth. But because this is a very warm look, I think it's throwing me off a bit. Okay, final thoughts. I like the colors that I've used. I just don't think they are compatible with my pale ass right now. What a roller coaster, hey. All of it was using the Natural Nudes Palette by Too Faced Cosmetics, and I did use the Black Bonnie, or whatever it's called, from the Gemini palette to fix up that definition. Everything will be listed below, as I always do. I hope you liked it. It was a bit of a wild one for me because I usually use cool colors or neutral colors. I don't mind it. Anyway, that is all from me today. That's all I have to say. I hope you like it. Again, I don't mind it. I'm really digging this hair length, just between you and I. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a good time. I had fun playing with the warm colors for a change, and I hope you learned something valuable. If you like this look, please leave it a like, and if you'd like to see more, consider subscribing. I'll see you around. Bye.